Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be an energy shift reading for my dearest Libras. Libra, this is going to be your Mercury in retrograde reading, which is taking place on January 30th until February 21st. So when Mercury is retrograding, we'll always be dealing with a purge and an upgrade to the throat chakra, to communication, and short distance travel may be affected as well. We need to be more conscious of how we communicate and our mental focus. It can feel chaotic, but we just have to be more careful with travel plans, signing contracts, emails, and just take the extra time to make sure there's clear understanding. This Mercury retrograde is taking place in Aquarius, which rules the 11th house of friendships and groups. So there could be frustrations in our interpersonal world. So it's a really great time to go within. All right, my dear Libras, before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the decks that I'm using, I have them listed and linked below. And feel free to leave a comment and also ring that notification bell if you guys would like to get updates whenever I upload new content, which I am doing quite frequently. So my dear Libras, let's go ahead and jump into this reading. Let's see what messages are in store for Mercury retrograde for my dearest, most beautiful Libras. I have a few Libra placements as well, so I share a lot of love with you guys. All right, let's go ahead and see what messages come through for Mercury retrograde for my dearest, beautiful Libras. Ooh, Two of Cups wants to come out. Beautiful soulmate energy, union, an equal exchange of gifts, beautiful partnerships, love. All right, Libra. So what is this retrograde bringing into your life? Could be a Cancer or Scorpio person, because we did just see Venus in Cancer with that Two of Cups. But we have the Moon card. All right, so maybe some fears and illusions. They could be coming to light, or they could be being healed and cleared. What aspect of your life will be most affected? Nine of Cups. Beautiful. How can you minimize the damage and negative results of this retrograde? Seven of Wands. What lessons need to be learned? The Fool, Aries and Aquarius. What part of your past do you need to reflect on in order to heal and aid in your journey? There's a lot of Cancer energy, you guys. So many of you could have a Cancer placement. Maybe you're dealing with a Cancer. And finally, what will your final outcome be? We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, overall energy, Libras, we have, look at that, the Knight of Cups. There's some sort of love offer coming in now, or maybe you're extending your cup of love to somebody else, but this is an energy of commitment and it's a lot of romance. So Mercury retrograde has a tendency to get rid of certain relationships or certain things from our lives and also bring something new in. Now, with Mercury retrograde, there is always a little bit of a warning with relationships that start within Mercury retrograde, because oftentimes they burn hot and really fast. Okay, and there's usually some sort of healing, usually linked to sexuality, involved with these relationships. But with that said, that doesn't have to be true. You don't want to give your power to that energy, because there's something really beautiful coming in here. And it looks like, Libra, you guys have had some sort of ending. So it could be with this person, but I'm feeling like for most of you, this is a brand new energy of commitment and love. Somebody might have their eye on you. But Libra, you just might not be so sure. So again, if it's a reconciliation, it might be with a Cancer person. You might be a little bit confused as to why they're coming back, or what their true intentions are, because sometimes we're a little bit mistrustful of the Knight of Cups. It seems to be a little bit too good to be true. This sort of knight, or doesn't have to, we'll take gender out of it, but this knight in shining armor. We also have the constellation of Cancer and an eclipse behind her. But this is sort of the darker energy of the High Priestess. This is that feminine energy opening up to receive. But again, you have a very important choice to make, and you're being asked to use your intuition. There may be some fears and illusions around love or relationships, especially since I'm seeing a difficult ending either in your past or in your recent past. There could have been, I'm seeing the Five of Wands underneath there as well. There may have been, a competition for this person's affections, okay? Or maybe there were just difficulties between you and this person. But I know many of you are not into looking into the past. So again, it might just be a little bit of nervousness, something that you bring with you from past hurts and disappointments into a current situation. But you have the choice. The power is yours. Are you going to choose this sort of phosphorescent bowl, of, beautiful green liquid, or are you going to choose the golden glowing egg here? Again, with the two towers here, we have a choice, but again, there are certain things that may be hidden. So remember, with Mercury retrograde, if it's a really big decision, sometimes it's okay to really, to hold off on making a decision until you're very clear. But Spirit's message here is very clear to you, Libra. Trust your intuition. Your heart knows the way. We also do have this eclipse energy. So the energy of eclipse can be something quite unexpected. And you might want to look back to a few weeks or months ago when we did have this solar eclipse, what was going on, or what was learned, or what was going on in your life at that time. So the aspect of your life that will be most affected by this retrograde, we have the Nine of Cups. So then I feel as if, Libra, some of you are a little bit mistrustful of something because it feels too good to be true, because it is your hopes, it is your wish fulfillment, whether it's a particular person or whether it's love. I mean, some of you guys, I'm getting this could be like a really like ooey gooey romantic Valentine's Day, and you're almost a little bit mistrustful of that, because you're like, this never happens, or this seems too much like a fairy tale or a storybook romance. And so I feel as if there's a little bit of mistrust around this, but Spirit really is telling you that you have manifested this. You are coming to some sort of karmic completion, some sort of ending. So I see that with the Ten of Swords, something that was quite difficult. So it could be loneliness, it could be a previous connection, okay, or maybe it was an ending between you and this person. So the message here with the Nine of Cups is to dream big, that your wishes really, really, truly can come true. Now, how you can minimize damage and any negative results of this retrograde, we have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is an interesting energy because it is about an up-leveling and it's about a victory. But Spirit is seeing here that you have your heart guarded and, you have your defenses up. So Spirit is saying it's okay, especially if you've dealt with this person before, to really suss them out, really trust your gut and trust your intuition about this person. Some of you, your gut is absolutely in alignment with your heart and is going to say, go for it. And for others, it's going to say, you know what? I think I'm going to move in a new direction. So Libra, really, the power is in your hands. The choice is yours. The Seven of Wands, though, it does tell me that there will be a victory for you, Libra. And again, there may be a need of some heart healing or working with the heart chakra, especially in helping you sort of make a decision. So we know that the heart chakra is about love, compassion, acceptance, relationships, and this deep connection. And when it's sort of blocked, or it's blocked by feelings of abandonment, rejection, and losing oneself in another. So if you have a tendency, Libra, to kind of lose yourself in love relationships, I feel as if you're bringing a real essence of maturity to this new connection, and that's really being reiterated or echoed here with the Cancerian card. This is an energy of maturity, learning tough life lessons and behaving in a completely different way than you're used to, but it's so beneficial for you and everybody involved, okay? So the lessons that need to be learned during this period, we have the Fool card. So you are being really asked to take a look at a new way of doing things, but also be open to the infinite possibilities that are at hand, either within this particular relationship or within your life in general, because I do feel like this is something that you've really been wishing for. But it is also a little cautionary tale here with the Fool to make sure that you do watch where you're going, because I feel like, my Libras, you guys have been hurt in the past. You have been through some tough situations. So you will be sort of looking before you leap. So Spirit says, trust that intuition and mix it in with a healthy dose of logic and reason. And Libra, you're going to be on your way to ascension. What's beautiful is the Chariot card. We have 2 sevens here. So I do feel as if this is a very divinely guided soul lesson, spiritual lesson for you within this relationship, or a lesson that you're completing, that you've learned, and you're definitely moving on. and moving onward and upward. So we see the Cancerian, the spiritual warrior here, holding this caduceus of healing. So there's definitely some heart chakra healing involved here, either with moving on from somebody or moving into union with this person. But I also feel as if it's a result of the inner work that you've been doing. That's what's attracting this outer sort of circumstance and this person who I feel like is very in love with you, Libra. And what's beautiful about this card is we see somebody here who's not so focused on the 3D anymore. It's much more spiritual. And the 2 sevens coming out in this reading is, you know, the master number 77 is about your spiritual journey. It's the path of the mystic, of the yogi. So you guys have really been up leveling, and both of these sevens are about spiritual ascension, okay? Transcending obstacles, learning really tough karmic lessons, and getting to a really beautiful place, especially when it comes to love and relationships. With the Chariot card as well, this is, you know, the part of your past. So it's about learning those difficult mistakes, and you're moving on from them. You're just determined not to be sort of sucked into any repeating patterns or, you know, entertain energies that really hold you back. It's just not a possibility for you anymore. Now, what the outcome of this period, we do have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So some of my Libras, I do feel like you might be turning your back on something that feels too good to be true because you know that there's some sort of lack of sincerity here. And again, it's not going to be for all of you, because some of you guys, this is absolutely aligned with your heart and your gut and your mind and your soul, and you're going for it, and you're coming into union with this beautiful sort of romantic partner or this romantic ideal that's coming towards you. But you're also really quite aware of the intricacies involved in love and relationships and your own journey. Now, the Queen of Wands is somebody who knows how to channel her energy for healing. She's also fully capable of manifesting. And many of my Libras here with the Nine of Cups coming out, you're really learning your own power of manifestation lies in what you think, what you believe, what you imagine is absolutely what you can create. But there was some shadow work that needed to be done. And this is really going to help you make your choices the most well-informed choices to become the highest expression of yourself, not only within this relationship, but here on this earthly journey. Okay, Libras? So I love this energy for you. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards and see what else is coming through for my dear Libras. Okay, so we have the Temple Path, 12 breaking down to a 3. Beautiful energy. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck because we see these beautiful orbs around you. You're really being guided and supported. You have a very strong sort of spiritual team behind you, and for many of you, they are guiding you into union with somebody who's very special, whether that be a soulmate or a twin, something along those lines. We have another number 3. So this is really awesome, Libra, because 33 is the master teacher number. You have learned some really tough life lessons. You guys are really learning to sort of, you've not only integrated these lessons that you've learned, but you're learning to lean into your shadow. And, you know, integrating the shadow is about loving the parts of ourselves that we previously rejected or we didn't love, and trusting your intuition, because you know what? Something really amazing is coming of this. Now, most of you, this is going to be about romance, but some of you guys are going to be offered like a new job, or you're really following some sort of passion here that might have to do with starting like a YouTube channel or a spiritual business, or some sort of practice that, you know, where that involves your intuition. So whether that's psychic or whether that's, you know, whether that's some sort of coaching or something along those lines, you're definitely being guided. You're definitely being guided to some sort of up-leveling here. Remember, the Queen of Wands can also be a CEO. She's somebody who's very attractive, works with law of attraction, and you're attracting this beautiful, beautiful abundance. It's happening, okay? It's definitely happening. We get door to spirit. Look at all of this spirituality, Libra. Oh my goodness. So, you know, you have this incredible spiritual team behind you, spirit supporting you. There's new doors that are opened for you because of the work that you've been doing, because of the maturity, because of the ascension process, because of this journey that you've been on. And you're being asked right here on top of the Fool card, you're being asked to capitalize on these opportunities. Walk through these doors. Don't be afraid, because what's at the end, this beautiful rainbow, stability, happy family, marriage, whatever that means to you, it's going to look something different for all of us. But for those of you looking to come into union, and those of you who are maybe mistrustful of if this is too good to be true, you absolutely, it's going to feel like something like a fairy tale romance, or you're happily ever after. Some of you are releasing someone, but what's coming your way as a result of, decluttering or no longer accepting, misaligned or lower vibrational energies into your life, you're absolutely being rewarded on a huge level here. I mean, these are some of my favorite cards here. The Temple Path, Blossoming Abundance, Door to Spirit. It's like, Libra, you are completely blessed in this reading. So your overall energy, we get the World, beautiful 29 breaking down to an 11. This is one of my soulmate cards. So this is about a karmic completion. This is about taking things to the next level. Regardless, however this resonates for you, Libra, this is absolutely a huge win. Okay, a beautiful success, a graduation, an up-leveling, an ascension, taking things to the next level. This is something to celebrate. So let's go ahead and see what else comes through here for my dear Libras. All right, we get face your fears, farewell to fear phantoms. Yeah, and that's exactly what this Mercury retrograde is bringing into your life, and what I was talking about with the Moon card. Because for many of you, you may have had fears of commitment because you either witnessed sort of divorce and separation at a young age, or maybe because you've been really hurt by a separation in the past. And so many of my Libras, as much as you may have been longing for this sort of commitment or marriage or whatever this is for you, this love relationship, there may have been fears around it as well. And remember, the ego can set up illusions for us, to keep us safe, when we're worried about starting something new. But Spirit's saying, absolutely, take a risk here, Libra. All right, and we get surrender with joy, achieve greatness through surrender. So surrendering, your fears, moving through, leaning into that shadow energy, allowing the universe to really deliver what it is you've been asking for, what it is, Libra, you have been manifesting, because you know what, like it or not, it's coming. And it's a beautiful energy off of this reading. All right, let's go ahead and see what additional messages come through for my Libras. I am reading from the Lana Fairchild's Pegasus Oracle. This is a new deck for me, and I'm completely in love with these cards. All right, and then we get, wow, Peaceful Pegasus of Earth, number 13. Ooh, all right, 13 is the major arcana number for the death card. So an ending that's bringing a new beginning, a major transformation, especially for those of you who, I don't remember what I was going to say. A major transformation also in your love life here. But I also see here as well, for some of you in business, what I'm getting off of this card as well, there may have been something that was holding you back. And again, remember, during Mercury retrograde, if you're offered a job or a contract, or maybe you're starting a business, it's not that you cannot make these decisions or sign contracts during this period, but just to go through it with a fine-tooth comb, okay? And really sort of, here we see this energy of being on the defensive. So we have, this card says, taking simple steps that promote physical well-being will help relieve negative emotional patterns and mental anguish. A deepening connection between body and soul now awakens you to the pain that was once passed over and needs healing for you to attract improved circumstances. Yes, Libra. Your connection to the natural world will support that healing. Your soul will attract opportunities for spiritual and material success. Apply yourself as you trust in divine timing, and find simple ways to take pleasure in the experiences of your life. A treasured dream is spiritually protected. Yes, and look at that. This dream of abundance, or a dream of a family or union, whatever that means for you, you are being guided so it can come to full fruition in the physical world. Absolutely, Libra. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to pull some messages of love cards for you. This can apply for most of you. This will be a romantic situation. But for those of you where it's sort of like a business opportunity, or it's about physical health for you, we can take these messages as they resonate, okay? All right, so we get trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. Yeah, I feel like there is a distrust of this person or of love. Again, trusting yourself first and foremost. What does your heart say, Libra? And then we get marriage. This relationship is moving toward a sacred union. And we see that right on top of happy family. Some of my Libras, I feel as if you may be getting like a Valentine's Day proposal or just a proposal. Okay, we see that there with the Knight of Cups. Somebody wants to take this to the next level with you. All right, I love this energy. It's an absolutely fantastic reading, Libra, for you guys. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.